swish. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it's going to be second down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. 60 Eagle.
Mike check 33. 33. Too little, cupcake.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up.
Number 30, Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
And you're able to
it's
shut down
third and 7.
I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
That's exactly what
intended
defense is
for
talking
Antonio
about.
Brown.
Ways to get off the field when you
Incomplete.
can, especially on third
Block
down.
Edwards
and third down
on the
defense
punt.
Going to be vital
Kevin
in this game.
King there
It will
defensively.
knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And take it right on the 30. A good return
The
there.
Panthers take over
yards.
first and 10.
And the Panthers
at
will
their
take
own
over now
48-yard
first and
line.
10. They go quickly here out to Moore. 3 yards the game
Rogers
there, second
pass.
down.
Complete
They've
to
got good
David
playmakers
Moore.
on the offensive side of the ball.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 49-yard line.
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
Rogers pass. Complete to Ian Thomas.
And it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4.
I think it's okay
and
that they
it's
didn't get a whole lot on that
down.
play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
Rogers on the keeper.
The Panthers first down by
He was
a couple
brought down
of yards
by
as they're able
Drew
to convert
Tranquill.
here on 3rd and 3. 3
A
yards
5-yard gain
first,
on the
4
play.
on second, and now 5
First down,
on third down.
Carolina.
Move the sticks. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And finally, down he goes. As
Christian
they work it
McCaffrey, the
inside
ball
10 to
carrier.
the 7.
The tackle by
for
Nick
33
Vigil.
in the first.
First
he had his
and
eyes
goal,
on the end zone
Carolina.
once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
The 5-yard line.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray.
Be
A
interesting
pickup
to
of
see
2.
now what they do
Brings up
offensively down
second
near the
and
goal line
goal
after not much
at the
there that
Chargers'
time.
5-yard line.
Play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he will take it across.
Rodgers pass complete
touchdown.
to DJ Moore. Touchdown,
DJ
Carolina.
Moore. His third touchdown.
Joey
now
Sly
on the
lining up
year.
for the point
and
after.
The Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good
The
to
kick
give
is
the Panthers
good.
a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Chargers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Green to bring it back. And a nice return sets him
The
up pretty
Chargers
good
take
here,
over
right at the
first and
30-yard
10
line.
at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say,
Number
this is what
30,
the problem
Austin
is.
Eckler, the
Now
ball
let's find out
carrier.
who my playmakers
He's
are.
taken
Get the
down
ball
at the
in their
33-yard
hands and
line.
make the offensive move
A
little bit
3-yard
better.
pickup.
It's more important
Brings
to get
up
to the
second
right
and
people rather
7.
than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll wind up getting this
good
one
for
all the
the
way
Chargers.
down inside the 20. 24 yards to gain there. Another first
First
down
and
as
10
well.
at the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 99, check 99. Rocco 80.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there.
Herbert's
Incomplete.
pass thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
That's trap. Nike 18. Warrior 70.
To throw again. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense
Christian
ended up winning the battle.
McCaffrey with the carry for
And
Carolina.
This one up to about
Tackle
the
made at the
38.
38-yard line.
Give him 5 on the
It's a
carry
gain
there,
of
and it'll be
5.
2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Night, 319. Mike 49. Time to go. Night. Slant. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Here's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield
Rodgers
down to the
pass.
45.
Complete to
It's
Christian
a pickup of
McCaffrey.
17 and a first
It's
down.
a gain of 17
There's
yards.
a catch by Christian McCaffrey.
First
he plays
down,
a huge
Panthers.
role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years. So he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Christian McCaffrey on the
It's a
handoff.
6-yard pickup, and it gets him to
The
second
tackle
and
by
4.
Kenneth Murray.
That was another
It's
good
a
run,
pickup
and
of
he's having
6.
an excellent day.
Brings
right
up
now,
second and
I don't think his team
4
could have any more
at the
confidence
39-yard
in handing him the
line.
football.
319. 56. Watch the out, watch the out.
From the 39, Rodgers. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return stops just a
That's
few
the
yards
end of
shy
the first
of
quarter
midfield.
with
They'll
the
spot
score
the ball at the
Panthers 7,
47-yard
Chargers
line.
nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where
That's
they think
good
they have
for
an
a
advantage.
Chargers.
Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, check back 16, check back 16. Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, go.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the goal line,
Herbert's
but it's
pass
incomplete.
intended for Keenan Allen.
Intended target,
Incomplete.
and it's second down.
Kevin King there defensively.
2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 12's the mic. Let's get this ball back.
Throwing again. Herbert. He almost had it. The big
Herbert's
D
pass
lineman
intended
nearly
for
had
Mike
an
Williams.
interception. Instead,
Incomplete.
it falls down incomplete.
Brings up third down and
Thanks almost going to
10.
get into QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this
Michael
thing up.
Badgley lining up
Michael
for the extra
Badgley
point.
on for the extra point. And it's no good. He
His
misses
kick
the extra
is
point.
no good.
And this remains a 7-6 game.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina.
Rodgers' pass complete to DJ Moore.
With his
Touchdown,
second
Carolina.
touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers strike quickly
Joey
here
Sly
for
lining
6
up
points.
for the point after.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever
The
word you
kick
want to
is
use
good.
in that. In one play,
Makes
75
the score
yards
Panthers
in zone.
14.
Yeah, efficient, tidy,
Chargers
excellent
6.
words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard.
The Chargers take
play.
over first and
Big-time
10
result.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go
Justin
with it.
Herbert
and he goes
sacked
down.
by Yetur Gross-Matos.
In there
Brought
to
down
record
back
the
at the
second
14-yard
sack of his
line.
young NFL career. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And brought in by the tight end Cook. They get
Herbert's
11
pass
back on that one. It leads
complete to
third
Jared
down.
Cook.
How about the timing on
It's
that
a gain
one?
of 11.
They were in sync,
Now
weren't they?
3rd
Three-step
and
drop,
10.
balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 3rd down, Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Herbert's pass
Jackson
intercepted by the
Second
Panthers.
interception for him now.
They'll
here in this
take over
first half.
first and 10
You got to think he's a
at
rookie,
the
Charles. How much does
44-yard line.
confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the
Rodgers'
way down
pass
inside
complete
the 20.
to Robbie Anderson.
28 yards the gain there
A
on the catch and
28-yard
run.
gain.
Well, that's
And
what you're
the
looking for when
Panther
you want to throw
first
the ball
down.
downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8.
Christian
2nd
McCaffrey,
and
the ball
2.
carrier.
Good yardage
Tackle
there on
made
first
at the
down. Exactly
9-yard
what you
line.
want. Get
8
yourself set up
yards
to
on the
keep making
pickup,
first
brings
downs,
up
keep the
2nd
clock
and
running.
2.
And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Check 31, check 31.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll
Rodgers'
take this
pass
into the
complete
end
to
zone.
Robbie
Touchdown,
Anderson.
Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible.
Panthers will
Anytime
line up
the
for
defense
the
has a defender
2-point
short
conversion.
field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Turn up. Kill, turn.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in.
The
And he
2-point
gets
attempt is
halfway there,
no
down
good.
to the 1-yard
That
line.
keeps the score Panthers 20, Chargers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come
The
out
Chargers
to the 25.
take over first
He
and
will
10
not attempt to return.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
That's good for a Chargers.
You can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the
First
football.
and 10 at the
You're going to take
46-yard
care of it,
line.
But you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Number
And
30,
give him 4
Austin
yards there.
Eckler,
It'll
the
be
ball
second and
carrier.
6.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Or setting
Second
things
and
up for
6.
maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it.
Under pressure here, and
Justin
down he
Herbert
goes.
sacked.
Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brought down back at the
Hassan Reddick.
43-yard line.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Lachlan Edwards
Some of the
in punt
fans here
formation.
don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Watch the run. He's crashing. Going right. Showing it. Showing it. Check three. Check three. Check three. Shift. Watch the shift.
And he got blown up on that play. Back
The ball
at the
carried
20.
by the wide
That
receiver.
one unable to develop.
Casey
never got
Hayward
going.
brought him
a
down.
Loss of a couple.
A loss
and
of
it's
2
second down.
brings up second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before
Rodgers
he's taken
pass.
down.
Complete
Good work
to
after the
J.J.
catch. Going to
Nelson.
net him 23
It's
and
a gain of
first.
23 yards.
That looked
First
like a pretty
down,
good route
Carolina.
combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll work this down
Rodgers
to the
pass.
40-yard line.
Complete to
Tackled there.
DJ Moore.
Now the Panthers going to
It's
use
a gain
the
of
first of their
17
timeouts.
yards.
As the clock's
First
going to
down,
stop with 47
Panthers.
seconds to go in half number 1.
319. 49's the mic. Cut. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
On first down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nelson.
Rodgers pass.
And give it
Complete
6
to
yards
J.J.
here as he
Nelson.
stopped near the 35
A
at the
6-yard
34.
pickup brings up second and 4
But it appears that they
at the
read man
Chargers'
defense and went to the
34-yard
out
line.
route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered.
And down he goes.
Melvin
They send him
Ingram.
back right around the 40.
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
The Panthers going to
A
use
loss
the
of
second
7
of their
yards.
timeouts.
And
As
it's
it'll come with
third
15 seconds to
down.
play in the first
Third
half.
and long.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Found his target. It's Anderson.
Rodgers
And he is going to
pass.
have a
Complete
Panthers
to
first
Robbie
down as they're
Anderson.
able to get the third down
A gain of
conversion.
22
Now
yards.
here's a timeout as they're going
And
to get
the
with 8
Panther
seconds
first
remaining
down.
here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It's our time. Zoom. 49, guys. Mike. You must be
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's
Malcolm Butler.
Charger TD.
Touchdown,
So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because
Michael Batchley lining up for the extra point.
Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have
His
been.
kick is good.
So we have
Makes
reached
the score
halftime with a
Panthers
touchdown.
20,
That's the difference
Chargers
on the scoreboard.
13.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
Mike Batchley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football
Christian
a little bit better.
McCaffrey
Make
with
some
the
better
carry for
decisions on this
Carolina.
drive, and they'll
He was
probably help
tackled
him a
at the
little bit with maybe some
27-yard
really
line.
high percentage
A
throws
gain of
early
2.
to let
Brings
him
up
get settled
2nd
back
and
in.
8.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Watch 49. All day, every day, any day. Mike's 49.
From the 27, Rodgers gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not
Rodgers
before
pass.
he takes it across
Complete
the
to
40-yard
Christian
line.
McCaffrey.
Give him 14 on
A
that
gain
one,
of
and a
14.
first down.
First down,
Brandon, a lot of
Carolina.
times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
No gain on the play, and it'll
Brought
be
down
second down.
right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Throwing on second
and 10
down. Rodgers.
at the 41-yard line.
Incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking
Rodgers
for.
pass
And it's third
intended
down.
for Robbie
Nowadays,
Anderson.
quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the
Incomplete.
coverage because of the confidence
Casey
they have in their
Hayward on the
receivers to
coverage.
come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he
Rodgers
works it
pass.
past the 50.
Complete to Christian
11 yards and a
McCaffrey.
Panther first down.
A gain of 11 on the
Whenever
play.
we talk about moving the
First
sticks and
down,
controlling the football,
Panthers.
there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup.
Christian
there. It'll be
McCaffrey, the
second
ball
and 8.
carrier.
That's a good play
He
by
was
the guys
tackled
on
at the
defensive side of the
46-yard
ball.
line.
Held him to a gain
2
of 2.
yards on the
and
pickup.
That changes the playbook
It's
a little
2nd
bit now
and
for the
8.
guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he is tackled inside
Rodgers
the 40,
pass.
not quite to the
Complete
35.
to Robbie Anderson.
It's a first down, his
It's a
fourth
gain of
catch
10.
of the game after having
And
3 in
the
the first
Panther
half.
first down.
Check 26, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and
Linval
bring him down.
Joseph. Aaron Rodgers sacked. A loss of 12 yards. It's second down.
He was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Complete to Christian
He's having a nice
McCaffrey.
game through the air. His
It's a gain of
decision-making's been
13.
really good.
But
Solid
it
there
brings
again.
up
Just seeing nothing
third
downfield goes
down.
underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's got it complete to down as they rally
Complete
to
to
tackle
Robbie
him at the
Anderson.
28. They get 7
A gain
there,
of
but it brings
7.
up fourth.
But it's
One of the
fourth
money routes for
down.
any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. He hits Moore.
Rodgers'
going to get the
pass.
first down here
Complete
as he's taken
to
down
DJ Moore.
at the 22.
It's a gain
Well,
of
we
6.
kind of looked at each other as
First
they decided
down,
to go
Carolina.
for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Blue 58. 56. Coming to you, coming to you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Watch the safety creep. 36, 36.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. 3 buzz.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And
Rodgers'
now they're inside
pass.
the 10 as he's
Complete
brought
to
down
Christian
at the 9.
McCaffrey.
That catch
A
good
gain
for
of
only
2.
a couple.
Brings
And
up
just in
2nd
general,
and 8
Charles, on a play
at
like
the
that, how
9-yard
tough is it
line.
for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to work it here
Rodgers'
to the
pass.
8-yard line.
Complete to Christian
Only a
McCaffrey.
yard there, sniffed out well.
It's a gain of a
defensively, and it
yard.
brings up third.
And it's
So many things have to come
third
together
down.
just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Panthers 20, Chargers 13.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is
Joey
going to be
Sly
fired up.
for the Panther
Really nice
field goal.
play getting to the
A
ball.
27-yard attempt.
And his kick
The
here
kick
is good.
is good.
And that will
Makes the
extend their
score
lead even
Panthers
further.
23,
Well, that will go down
Chargers
as a
13.
15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every
The
drive
Chargers
to
take
end in a
over
kick.
first and
Right,
10
an extra point
at their own 25-yard line.
Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team.
That's good for a Chargers.
So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say
Herbert's
out of
pass
bounds.
intended
So
for
it's
Keenan
incomplete.
Allen.
By the way,
Incomplete.
I got to apologize because
He
I
was
just
covered
realized
by
for about the
Dante
last
Jackson.
4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's good for a
11 yards there,
Chargers.
First down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
line.
line.
3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20
Austin
before he's
Eckler.
dropped. 13 yards as they got the
13
connection
more
working.
yards.
His second catch in a
That's
row. First
another
down.
Chargers first down.
Herbert back to the air. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down
Herbert
after a
on
gain
the
of
keeper.
3 as they move it from the
The
22
tackle
to
by
19.
Yetur
They'll get
Gross-Matos.
3 yards on the scramble
It's
there.
a pickup of
second down.
3. Brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's
Herbert's
incomplete.
pass
Allen, the
intended for
receiver.
Keenan Allen.
Third down here.
Incomplete.
It's been this way most of the
He was
afternoon,
covered by
hasn't it?
Dante
The
Jackson.
secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he takes a shot
Herbert's
on the
pass
release as this will be
intended for
incomplete.
Mike Williams.
We've seen this quite a few times
Incomplete.
in this game. Offensive line unable to keep
Results
leverage,
in a
unable to keep
fourth
people
down.
away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate
Michael Badgley
just to
for
get
the
rid of it.
Charger
One
field
of the
goal.
reasons they're down is
A
that inability, though,
36-yard
to stop
attempt.
the pressure.
The
We saw
kick
another
is
example of it
good.
there. All
Makes
so
the
they
score
needed 2 scores
Panthers
to get back in the
23,
game. The field goal
Chargers
there, maybe not exactly
16.
what they wanted, but the necessary
Michael
first step.
Badgley to
Still
kick
time
off for the
remaining, and
Chargers.
There's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not
Trenton
being a good one.
Cannon
Costs him
on the
about 5
return.
yards as he's
The
tackled at the
Panthers take
20.
over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about a 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that
Rogers
effectively?
pass
Yeah, really what the
complete
four-minute
to
offense
Christian
is just trying to
McCaffrey.
grind the clock. So you
Out of
want
bounds at the
consistent
29-yard
gains, steady
line.
gains. Doesn't have
A
to be
gain of
big
9
plays,
brings up
but it has to
second
be
and
plays
1.
that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right
Christian
at the 34.
McCaffrey on the handoff.
A gain of 5,
The
good
tackle
enough for
by
the first
Melvin
down.
Ingram.
At this stage of the game,
A
with
gain
the
of
score where
5.
it is, the key here is
First
staying
down,
in bounds, and
Panthers.
he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina.
Rodgers pass complete to
Touchdown
DJ
passes
Moore.
now for Aaron
Touchdown,
Rodgers.
Carolina.
And the Panthers are able
Joey
to grow
Sly
their
lining up
lead.
for the point after.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football.
His
in
kick
this
is
case,
good.
It's a guy out wide
Makes the
catching it,
score
and he's done
Panthers
exactly
30.
that. Truly
Chargers
leading his team
16.
right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will
The
bounce
Chargers
out
take
the back
over
of the
first
end
and
zone,
10
so we will start
at their
here
own
at the
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you know,
Herbert's pass intended for Keenan Allen. Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw again. Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Austin Eckler.
But now it'll be third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to
By the
go.
time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen.
That's good
And he
for
gets
a
us to the other side of
Chargers.
midfield across the 45 before going out. A big
First
gain
and
of
10 at the
31 on
44-yard
third
line.
down. To the air again, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by the
Herbert's
rookie
pass
Jeremy Chin.
intercepted
And they're gonna
by
set
the
up shop at
Panthers.
the 32-yard
They'll take over
line.
first and 10
Certainly not what he
at
was
their
hoping
own
for, Charles. That's not
32-yard
3
line.
interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one
Christian
Peyton
McCaffrey
Manning, threw
with the
28
carry
his
for
rookie
Carolina.
year. That's the NFL
Brought down
record.
at the
How things turn
35-yard
out for him?
line.
I
2
think,
yards
he's a
on the
guy on all the
pickup.
commercials now,
It's
right?
2nd
Yeah, I
and
think
8.
he's doing okay.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got it up over the 40 to
Christian
the 41.
McCaffrey on the handoff.
It's going to be a 6-yard gain.
Taken
It
down
leaves him
at
with
the
3rd down
41.
and just a yard to
A gain
go.
of 6
The
yards.
recipe's pretty simple,
And it's
I think.
third
Right? Just give your
down.
superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Defense, keep it up, guys. 49 to 50. 49's the mic.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his target. That's Moore.
Rodgers pass.
And he is going to have a
complete to
Panthers
DJ
first
Moore.
down as they're able to get the
It's a
third
gain of
down
20.
conversion.
And
Call
a
his number
Panther
again. It's his
first
6th
down.
catch and a first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double. 56 to Mike. Hey, 88. All right. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, Rodgers. It's incomplete.
Rodgers on the keeper.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete.
He was
Intended
looking to get
for
that one to
DJ Moore.
And now it's
Coverage
second
there
down.
by Earl
After what
Thomas.
they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm on. Shoot. Watch twist.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good pursuit
Christian
yet again by the
McCaffrey on the
Chargers as
carry.
they stuff him behind the line.
He was brought down
It was
by
a loss
Drew
of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and
A
11.
loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Kill.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to look deep for... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Rodgers pass
DJ
complete
Moore.
to DJ Moore.
49
Touchdown,
yards.
Carolina.
And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Joey Sly lining up
They
for
were
the
still
point
throwing
after.
with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is
The
there
kick
bad
is
blood
good.
Went into this one ahead of time
Makes
that
the
maybe
score
they're seeking some
Panthers
revenge, or
37.
they just don't
Chargers
like it. But the other thing
16.
that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will
The
not be
Chargers
brought
take
out. It's
over
a
1st and
touchdown.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Being chased out left and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
That's good for a
And they're gonna have this
Chargers.
across midfield and inside the 45.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10, Herbert. And they will not get
Herbert
the connection
on the
there. It's
keeper.
incomplete.
That
Incomplete
incompletion
on
is
the
not a surprise
throwaway.
with the way that this one has gone.
Brings
and the
up
frustration
2nd
of body
and
language
10.
is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
That's good
Just shy
for
of
a
the 20.
Chargers.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As
1st
the clock
and
will
10
stop
at
with
the
21
22-yard
seconds to
line.
go in the football game.
No backboard. Gotta kinda like switch.
Mike 12. Hey, check. Mike.
Herbert on 1st down now.
It's our field. Hey, it's our
Steps away to his left. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Williams.
Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season.
Chargers.
And the Chargers are
Michael
able to close the
Badgley
gap
lining up
just
for
a
the
bit.
extra point.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for
The
the fantasy
kick
guys.
is
doesn't it?
good.
Yeah, it's just something maybe
Makes the
positive to
score
look at on
Panthers
film, but
37.
This one's over. Let's be
Chargers
honest.
23.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Mike Badgley to kick off
Following the
for the
touchdown,
Chargers.
Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score, Panthers 37, Chargers 23.
Because of all